So while editing, I realized my voice sounds kind of weird. It's allergies because of the changing of the seasons. So once I adjust, it should be no problem. Please bear with this weird sounding voice. Thank you. So this video is what I consider the best moments of the Spade Kingdom Ark. It's not the top 10. I'm going to go in order from when they happen to when the arc finally ends. And also, it's not me explaining the entire arc, what happened. These are just the best moments. These are the highlight. The first highlight is the simultaneous attack of the Zykrek siblings, obviously. I mean, this was without a doubt the most hype moment in Black Clover in a while. When Xenon just appeared in the middle of the Golden Dawn's base and just started wrecking shit with his 2 minions, that was insane. Like, we know that the protection magic exists, so this way people can't just teleport anywhere they want. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Well, that's why barriers exist. You have to bribe someone, usually, that's what happened a while ago, to be able to sneak in. No, Xenon's just a fucking demon, so he can do whatever the hell he wants. He's using devil magic, so he can just teleport wherever he wants. Just teleports right in the middle of the Golden Dawn, and he just starts wrecking shit. The crazy thing is, Xenon didn't actually do most of the killing. That's the crazy thing about it. It was actually his 2 minions that did most of it. Especially this big guy, whose name I do not know, I do not care. He's dead now. But that was also really cool, where, he just cuts him in half by using weathering with his wind, basically using his sword more like a chainsaw than an actual sword. The only disappointment was that we didn't actually get to see the fight between Xenon and Vengeance. We only got to see little highlight flashbacks from when Yuno was remembering what was happening, which was that the reason why he lost was because he was defending everyone while having to fight off himself. So that happened. But we also got to see Yuno go, for the first time, lose. That was insane. And not just lose, but have a devastating loss where Yuno was dying. Like, Bell was actually fading away. Like, this was, like, the end for Yuno, right at the end. If it wasn't for Vengeance doing what he did with saving everyone, well, half of everyone, then Yuno really would have died at that moment. That Yuno's first loss would have been his death. That's insane to me. But now, as for Klaus, he survived, which is great. I actually thought he was dead. Like, straight up, when I saw this panel, when I saw this for the first time, the man was impaled in every goddamn way possible. Yeah, no, I thought Klaus was dead. So the fact that Vengeance also saved him was a miracle as well. Like, that was insane. Unfortunately, getting devastated was like the last thing Klaus did in Black Clover, unfortunately. So maybe we'll get to see him again in the next in 3 months when the story comes back, but damn, Klaus is lucky. Like, holy shit. Vanica, how do I put this? She's sexually aroused by fighting. That's really the best way to put it. Yeah, she's basically the Hisoka of the Black Clover universe. She just loves to fight. And she generally hates anyone weak who cannot give her a good fight. Like, when she first took on Noelle and them, she basically looked down on Noelle like she was nothing. She only wanted to fight Lilliputichka. She only wanted to fight the Queen of the Heart Kingdom because she knew she had overwhelming magical power. But Lilliputichka isn't a fighter. So she basically was just backhanding Noelle the entire time in the fight, ignoring her, until Noelle got a good strikeout on her. And that's when this weird thing clicked in Vanica, where she became obsessed with Noelle for the rest of the arc. Noelle became the special someone. It went from Lilliputichka to Noelle, where Noelle was the person that she had to fight. She had to be the one to to reach Nirvana with, which is insane in every way. But also, the plan that the girls had, which was to use Undine and Noelle's power together to this way to force Vanica to use max power, all 70% that she can use of the devil power, and then finally use Nero to then seal away the devil from Vanica, was just brilliant. Because in the end, Vanica is just a normal person without the devil's power. And so if you separate her from the devil by sealing the devil away, that they could have easily killed Vanica at that point. But of course, Magicula was just able to just overwhelm Nero's power and just break free, just showing the difference in power between Magicula and Zagrid, because she was able to seal him away for centuries. Yeah, she had to use forbidden magic, but she is now permanently has that forbidden magic. She is permanently arcane stage at this point, so she has the power to seal devils, but Magicula was just way too powerful and just broke free. And well, that's when Vanica decided to go ape shit, especially on Noelle. She really, really wanted to impress Noelle. And then when she was able to connect Noelle and her mother, those two things together, she then realized, oh my god, I know of a way to make Noelle even stronger so I can have an even better fight. This will be fantastic. So she kidnaps Lilliputichka instead of killing her, which was her mission. She says, no, I want Noelle to come after me. This will work. Now, Noelle, of course, was like, no, hell no, I'm not going to let you steal Lilliputichka away. Attacks her with a sea dragon's roar, but then the blood beast just pops her attack like it was nothing. Like, that surprised me. That Noelle's most powerful attack, probably the most powerful attack we've seen in the series from just a generic character doing a pure magic power-wise, is just negated instantly by someone else's magic. That was surprising to me. But the fact that it was done in such a overwhelming despair way was insane to me. So Lilliputichka's taken away, and Vanica is still in ecstasy going, and she's about to explode all of her minions, and she looks at Noelle and says, I'm going to kill all of them, but you'll survive this because you're strong and I know you'll come back for me. Come on, Noelle, survive this and come for me so we can have our fight. So the Dante fight is probably peak Black Clover because it is a group fight, but it's a group fight that most people only focus on the Yami and Asta part, but in reality, everyone really did help out because, first off, Vanessa was able to use Rogue to basically keep everyone alive because Dante did crush them multiple times. Asta, the entire Black Bull hideout, and basically stomped on Asta a bunch of times until Rogue basically ran out of power. After Gauch was impaled, Grey was then able to basically unlock the truth of her magic and heal him and save his life, where she disassembled a sword and turned it into basically human flesh and organs to replace the ones that were skewered. And then finally, Libe, Asta's devil, finally got involved for the first time, actually helped out Asta. He took his arm, but in exchange, he gave him the power he needed to beat Dante. And the fight with Dante was fantastic because he only uses gravity at the beginning because he finds his body magic to be disgusting. And so he's just using his magic to beat the hell out of everyone. Beat the hell out of Asta, even in close range with boxing. And then Yami shows up and then basically finally gets the drop on him and kills the dude. Well, at least it looks like he kills him. With his death thrust. But obviously, Dante doesn't die. His body magic instantly allows him to regenerate his entire body. And so after that, he basically becomes a monster, a superpowered monster at that point, where he's just beating the shit out of Yami. And then Yami, for the first time, which we all been waiting for this, asked Asta for help. This was huge when this happened. I remember the community was going nuts because it wasn't that just Asta was going to beat the final bad guy with his anti-magic, because he does it all the time. It was the fact that Yami consistently comes in and saves his crew over and over again at the end of usually fights. Same thing would happen with Lich, and then when the Undersea Temple with Veto. But this was the first time that Yami was going to lose a fight, knew he was going to lose, and he knew he could rely on Asta because Asta finally was strong enough to stand next to him and fight alongside him, and this was huge. And the fact that Asta used up all of his swords and was able to beat Dante because Yami tosses his sword to him, and then because he now has a devil arm, he's able to infuse his anti-magic into the sword and just cut Dante down with a single strike. That was perfect. I cannot underestimate just how badass this was. Like, this was one of the coolest things ever. It was like when someone drops a knife and catches it with their other hand and stabs the person. This is definitely my second favorite panel of the entire manga. When Zenon just appears out of nowhere and just skewers Yami without him being able to even react. These three attacks and the kidnapping of three major characters, the Princess Lilliputichka, Yami, and Vengeance, was probably the best way to start an arc in Black Clover ever. Okay, that's the end of part 1. In a few days, I'm going to be releasing part 2. Talk about another moment or moments, depending on how much I can get into a video, about the highlights of this of the Spade arc. Thank you, and have a great day.